quick look at the new trapping rig. Sorry about the wind, it's horrendous at the minute. So it's a 2018 Holden, Colorado. I was contemplating buying a side-by-side, like a Honda Buggy or something like that for trapping. But I had a look at these. Now this was just stock standard. It was an ex council vehicle, had 120,000 Ks on it, and I basically paid exactly the same amount as I was looking at paying for a buggy for a dual cab 4-wheel drive ute with 120,000 diesel with 125,000 Ks on it. So I thought, you know what, why not just get another ute for trapping? And I've just started doing a few bits and pieces to it. So we put some, first thing we done is we put some suspension. So we put 2-inch lift with upgraded suspension. I want to put a ball bar on it, so I made sure that they took that into consideration. And I got 300 kilo constant load springs on the back for carrying all the trapping gear and a fridge and all that, and also to pull the caravan or my big trailer. Then we put some bigger wheels. So we put some ROH wheels on it, just black steelies with we got 265/70/17 Wild Peak all-terrain tyres on it. I've had those tyres before on the Ranger. I had 2 lots of those tyres and they were a brilliant tyre. They never let me down at all, so I went for them again. Just got some clear view mirrors as well that I put on just for towing. They're so good, eh? Like you can pull them out, extend them right out, so you got, you know, anything that you're towing you can see, which is bloody fantastic, I reckon. Can't beat them. They've just been brilliant. On the inside here I put in a wireless reverse camera, wireless reverse camera. Basically the reason I done that is because I've got the canopy on the back, and it also, I'll just show you, so that hooks up wirelessly to this little camera here, right, that one there. Also you can hook up multiple cameras to it, and I put this on here the other day, so now we've got a little reverse camera on the caravan, so you can see behind you constantly, which is fantastic. And you need to be able to see behind you. Like, these mirrors are good, but it's just handy to be able to, while you're driving along, see what's right up your ass, you know. What else have we done in here? That's about it. Oh, we got a Uniden UHF for when we're on properties, we can communicate with each other, and cabin crew vented phone holder mount. So that's actually a magnet one. So on the back of this phone that I'm filming with, I can't really show you, but it's got steel plates that stick on the back of your phone case, and then all you do is literally just push it on. So you just stick it on. And mate, once again, I had one of them on the Ranger, and it was the best phone holder I could ever ask for, because you could put it on down, so you stick it on there and you can twist it wherever you want, however you want it. Here you go. You can twist it and then you just pull it off like that. It's bloody brilliant bit of gear. That's about it. Oh, some second-hand, well, not second-hand, but demo King's seat covers, 2 different ones, but they're only $15 each on special, because they were used as a demo model in the King's 4-drive Super Centre. The other thing I did was put some cup holders in. So they're just they're actually Holden cup holders that slide in. They've got little slots here, I'll see if I can get it out, or if I remember. There you go. So they just slide out. There's a little slot there, and turns out that's what it's for, these cup holders. They slide in. They're good solid ones too, so pretty happy with that. So I got one of those on either side. That's about it really on the interior. Oh, the other thing I did put in was a couple of bungee cords with a clip. So I actually put my big hat up in there. So I'd turn my big hat. This was Michelle's idea anyway. I better credit her for it, since if I don't, you know what will happen. I'll be in trouble, and there'll be another Doggers Life episode coming out. But anyway, so we put, yeah, the big hats, sit them upside down and stick them in there. It's bloody great. And these bungee cords you can adjust. They're adjustable ones. So that's fantastic. And also, yeah, you can just hang things if you want to hang things. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool bit of gear. So, but yeah, look how clean's this vehicle, eh? Like, it was 2018, as I said, ex-council vehicle, so hardly had anything done to it. It was like stock standard, but for the same price as a Buggy. So anyway, so this is my dog box, same one as I had, the last box I had on the Ranger. Actually, I just took it off the Ranger before I sold it. What I did do is cut these sides down to fit just the back of the tray. I didn't have them on the other ute that I've had, and like I had just the flat tray behind the dog box. I just find these so handy, hey. Like, I've got a strap on here now only because I had to just duck into town, but I'll just drive around the paddock everywhere without that strap on, and I know nothing's going to fall out. Plus, if I want to collect a bit of firewood, or you've got a dog or something, a couple of dogs you want to pile in here, you can do. So that's pretty neat having that tray just to fit that. So yeah, just cut it down to fit behind the canopy. So on this side, you've got the dog box, got the nice comfy bed for the dog. You know, they're a pretty important tool of the trade. So, and under here I've got just a few bits and pieces, some recovery gear, all my tools and things, a breaker bar for the wheel nuts, or breaking heads, whatever, a couple of chairs when we pull up for a bit of lunch or whatever. So that fits in there nicely. I obviously lined all this, so yeah, it's nice, and it's actually pretty cool in here. Like, it's heaps cooler in here than it is outside at the moment. So, and it's pretty good. That it's just, I just got that from Bunnings. It's like a probably 10mm thick foam, but it's got one sticky side. Yeah, and I just lined it all with that, so pretty good. All lockable as well, which is nice. Also the curtains, so if it's pissing down rain or something and you don't want to, you know, get anything in there wet, you can just pull those curtains down. I just put a little bit of what do you call that, sail strip or something on there, and some PVC curtains with some press studs on there, on the front, on the sides, and the back. I also put a clear one there on this side on the back here, so you can actually see through it into the dog box for when you're driving. Max tracks, use them more than once. They're bloody a handy tool. I actually do want to get another 2, so I have 4, so a full set. I just find that 2 sometimes isn't quite enough, so I'll get another 2. Got a 100 and I think it's 100 and might be 120 amp hour solar panel that I mounted on top, just with a bit of angle line. Left a gap underneath just so air can get through to keep it cool. It seems to be working pretty good. In here I've changed this a little bit since the other canopy. I actually went and bought one of these King's control boxes, so it had all the switches already wired in. The Anderson plugs wired in, and your fuse box wired in. I had to wire in this charger, so that's Red Arc BC-DC charger, which also takes solar, which is fantastic. So it continuously charges the battery. In there I've got a King's lithium 120 amp hour lithium battery. All it basically runs, like I put a light in here, so it runs the light and the fridge, and it just runs that full time. Not a problem at all. And also it's got some ports in here for your cigarette light points or your phone charger. I've actually got a phone line plugged in there at the moment, so it's just handy for charging you know, camera gear or stuff like that. So yeah, and I just put a bit of marine carpet on the bottom of this side. It's the full depth. I kept it low just so you can get in and out of the fridge alright, you know, so it's actually a height where you can open that a fair way and still get into it. And yeah, curtain on this side. I actually just got a bit of flat aluminium plate to cover this window up full time. I don't really need another window there. It's enough ventilation in there with the others open. So once again, it's all lockable. So that's about it. As I said, next week it's actually going in to get a bull bar put on. So it's a I end up just going for Ironman bull bar. So an Ironman, I think they call it an Ironman commercial bull bar. And then I ordered that, put in a deposit for it, and they're 4 weeks away, which is pretty standard these days on anything. And they rang me and said they couldn't actually get one, so they've upgraded me to a commercial deluxe. So all that means is they wire in some fog lights for me. That's the difference basically. And I've got a King's Dominator winch to put on it as well, and they're going to fit that for me while they put the bull bar on. Oh, the other thing, yes. Now down here, check out this. We've got a high lift jack mounted in here, nice and snug and out of the way. You can still get to it, no worries at all. I also welded on a couple little tags here, one for the camera, one for the Anderson plug point, and one for my tow hitch point. So I just welded those 3 little tabs on. And as you can see, I've got some roof racks, or what do they call these? Roof bar, I suppose, roof rack bar. And what I've done is I've actually bolted them down to this part, and then mounted the sorry about that. Mounted the high lift jack, the Pro Rack high lift jack holders to that. On my last ute, I actually just welded that directly down to that. But then when I sold the ute, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to cut them off. So I didn't want to have to do that. So I've actually, designed this so now I'll be able to just unbolt that on both sides and take that off when I sell this ute, you know. So that's the idea. And that's about it really. I had to put an adjustable tow hitch on it. That's a TAG one. Had to put that on there just for towing the caravan to keep it nice and level. Apart from that, that's her. So that's my new trapping rig. So when I'm finished doing what I want to do on it, the only other thing I'm going to do is I want to put a snorkel on it, obviously the bull bar and winch, and the water tank. So I'll mount, same as I did on the last ute, is I'll mount a 70 litre water tank up in there, and I'll run a 12 volt pump. I'm going to put 2 outlets on it this time though, one on either side, just for when you're pulled up you've got to tap on either side rather than walking from one side to the other. I'm pretty sure that's what I'll do. If not, it'll just be one on the other side, where the dog is. Just handy for being able to wash your hands or give your dog water or whatever. So yeah, so all up, when I finish doing what I've wanted to do plus what I've already done, I'll have basically a dedicated trapping vehicle that I can drive everywhere, and probably all up cost me around $31,000 all in. That's with absolutely everything on it. So if you compare that these days to a side-by-side buggy, like, I don't care really about taking this anywhere now, you know, like it's not like a $100,000 vehicle or even a $70,000 vehicle. It's a $25,000 vehicle, $30,000 vehicle with all the gear on it, that I can take bush and be comfortable. I've got air conditioner, I've got heating, I've got 5 seats if I want to take anyone else. You know, it's just made a lot more sense to me, really. And it's one fuel bill as well. So just have a bit of a think about that and see in the comments below. Just let me know if you think I made the right decision, or what would you do differently on the vehicle, if you do anything differently, or anything else that you think I should do. Please put it in the comments below. Oh, that's the other thing, I'm going to also probably put a aftermarket transmission cooler on it, because I don't know if I did a video or not, but on the Ranger I actually cooked the transmission in it from towing my big trailer and the van all the time in that, and apparently that's a fault with a lot of the modern day vehicles. You know, they say that they're built to carry 3.5 or tow 3.5 ton, but they're definitely not. Like, the transmissions just heat up and they cook. So a transmission cooler cost me an extra, I think it's about $500 from Wholesale Automatics. And yeah, I've had a look on YouTube, I can actually put in myself, so not that big a job. So yeah, anything that I haven't mentioned, or anything else that you think I should add to it, let me know, and tell me what you reckon of the big rig. If you go anywhere, I reckon once it's got a winch on, I'll be like, we'll go up there, Treno, no worries at all, mate. You'll be like, oh, I'll walk. Anyway, thanks guys, see you soon.